speaker is Richard Berg, and I'm pleased to welcome Richard from the Leeds District Labour Party.
Friends, comrades, brothers and sisters, what does Mayday make me think of, apart from the sun and a few pints in the beer garden? It's certainly not the royal wedding I think of. However, Mayday makes me think of the most important people in our society, the most important people in our world, which is you and me, which is working people, the people that create the wealth in our society. When I think about Mayday, because it is after all the International Day of Working People, I think of the people who are on strike in Leeds for 3 months on the bin strike. I think of people like Dave Jones and Joe Green, 2 Yorkshire miners that lost their lives on the picket line in 1984 to 1985. I think of the millions of the people around the world this weekend marching to show that a better world is possible. That's what I think of, and that's what I think is a complete disgrace that I can see from today's Morning Star, by a copy at the back, that the thinking of abolishing the Mayday holiday, because anything that has to do with working people, anything that has to do with our history, anything that has to do with our place in society must be scrubbed out and removed by this coalition government. But most of all, when I think of Mayday, I think as a Leeds person about the working people in Leeds that make this city run, that make our community run, the people that work to clean our streets, the people that work looking after old people in our care homes, the people that teach, the people that do all these jobs, driving our buses, driving our trains. They're the really important people. And why? Why is it the case that there are more people here today than last year? 2 reasons. 1, Sheila and the others at the Trades Council and Leeds Against the Culture did an excellent job in organising it. But 2, more people here than last year because people realise that they're faced by a savage onslaught by this condemned coalition government. Mervyn King, Governor of the Bank of England, said, and these are his words, working people will face the biggest squeeze on their standard of living since the 1930s. Get your head round that. What this is all about is making working people pay the price for a crisis they didn't cause. It's a crisis caused by the super rich, the banks and by big business, and they see it as an opportunity to privatise and attack the state still further. But of course this isn't just confined to Britain, it's not just confined to Leeds. Take a look across the water in the United States. They do say that when the USA sneezes, Britain catches a cold. Look what's happening in Wisconsin. There the Republicans are attempting to take away trade unions' right to collectively bargain. Basic rights won over the centuries, and that's what it's about, because if the Tories and the Liberals are going to push through their plans to savage everything that is civilised about our society, what stands between them and that is the community groups but also the trade unions, and they will have to take on the trade unions and will have to take out the trade unions if they're going to win. But of course, in Wisconsin, there's a fight back, and here there'll be a fight back too, and there is a fight back, but it needs to intensify. The 26th of March was a historic, wonderful day. However, that can only be the beginning. It's not just about demonstrations, it's about what you do between demonstrations. In Wisconsin, believe it or not, there's a mural depicting the history of the state in one of the civic buildings there, and believe it or not, one of the Republicans, that's not an Irish Republican by the way, one of the Republicans, as in George Bush's people, is attempting to have that mural taken down, the part of it taken down, that represents the history of the workers in building up that state and that society. And that's because anything that depicts our history, anything that depicts our people must be removed, and that's the same reason they're trying to get rid of Mayday. To draw to a close, when I think about it, it's only a symbol, but symbols are important. They want to remove working people from this mural. Well, I'll tell you this, working people and trade unions will not be airbrushed out of history. We won't let it happen, but that's down to us. If we allow this government's plan to succeed, not only will history not forgive us, but we will be deserved to remain unforgiven. Because what's at stake now, brothers and sisters and comrades, what's at stake now isn't just our future, but it is the future for generations of our class to come. I'll finish on a quote from the great trade unionist, the great socialist, the great revolutionary, James Connolly, who said, "The great only look great because we are on our knees." It's time to rise up, comrades.